Hi guys, in this particular tutorial I'll be teaching you guys how to make a mock-up in graphic design. So as you can see here, um this is not just a normal design, this is a mock-up design. This is a design placed in a mock-up file. So as you can see, we have different kinds of mock-up. Understand? So if you take a look at this particular design now, this is not a real 2D signage. Understand? This is a mock-up design that shows how 2D signage will look like. Then as you can see, this is still a clothes mock-up. But before we go into mock-up designing, I would like us to know the meaning of mock-up. Do you understand? So mock-up is just a presentation on how your design will look like. I think I have a definition here. So as you can see, the definition I have here says a mock-up is an artistic rendering of a design or product that showcases said product in action. You understand? So this second paragraph said a mock-up can be a model, image or scenes of a proposed design or product, and they are often used for demonstration, education or promotion. So mock-up is used for what? Demonstration. You understand? Mock-up is not just an ordinary design. Mock-up is a demonstration that will show you how the design will look like in real life. Like for example, now let me open my Photoshop. I might decide to design this logo. You understand? But I don't know how it will look like when I print it on a round neck polo. So for me to know how it will look like when I print it on a round neck polo, a black round neck polo or a white round neck polo, I'll have to place it on a round neck polo, a round neck polo mock-up. So that once I place it on a round neck polo mock-up, then I will now know how it will look like when I print it out. Do you understand? So, and this is also a 2D signage mock-up. This is not a real signage mock-up. You understand? This is just a 2D signage design mock-up. You understand? Like for example, if I want to know how this logo will look like in a 2D signage, in this type of 2D signage mockup, I'll have to place this logo here, so I will know whether it will look fine if I should print it on a 2D design mockup. You understand? Then this is a popular mockup. You might have seen it somewhere else because I've seen many graphic designers making use of this, and that is the reason why I don't like placing my mockup on this. This is a 3D glass window mockup. You understand? And that is the reason why I don't like using this 3D glass window mockup, because many graphic designers has used it and the mockup is no more beautiful. You understand? So now what you are actually going to do here is that I will show you how to place all this mockup in case if you design a logo for your client and maybe your client wants to see how the logo will look like, or maybe you want to present it to your client. You understand? If you send your client the logo transparency, your client will not be able to, like, it will not look fine. You understand? But when you place it in a mock-up and present it to your client will like it, because mock-up will always bring out the beauty of the logo. I don't know if you know the difference between logo transparency and logo mock-up. Let me show you this particular design now. Let me show you the logo transparency. Let me show you the logo. This particular work. Now look at the logo transparency. Logo transparency is, wait, let me show you the meaning of logo transparency. Logo transparency means a transparency means a design without background. It is normally saved in PNG. Like if I want to save a work in a transparency form, I will normally save it in PNG format. You understand? It's only when you save a work in PNG format that you can send it to someone without background. As you can see, this work now, this design, that is the same design you saw in that mockup, but it doesn't have a background here. Let me see if I can add it background so you understand the difference between transparency and work that has background. So now let me go to my solid color. Let me create a black solid color. Okay, then I'll drag it down so that the this or drag this one up so that the logo, as you can see, the background is covering the logo because the background is on top of the logo. So it's either I drag the background down under the logo or I drag the logo up on the background so I'll be able to see it. So let me drag down. As you can see, this is the logo here. You understand? So if I want to, for example, if I design this logo and I want to save it in a transparency form, I'll just have to, is either I delete this background or I click this eye visibility, this eye icon, this visibility. If I click it, it will disappear. Then I will now have to press Ctrl Shift S. You understand? Or let me cancel. Is either I press Ctrl Shift S or I click on files, then click on save as. Ctrl Shift S is the short form for save as. So if you click files, you come to save as, you can see Control plus Shift plus Control plus S is the short form for save as. So if I click it, then I will now come to this save as type. Then I'll click here, I'll select PNG. Once I save it in PNG, it will save as a transparency. Bear that in your mind. So now let's get started. Let's see how we can place all this mockup in just few seconds. It's very easy. You don't need to stress yourself. Mockup is a file. You are not the one creating it by yourself. You can go to Google and type any type of mockup you want. Then you will see samples of it. Then you can download. Some of them are free. Some of them you are paid. You have to pay for it or you have to download it. I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying. So now what you are going to do here is I have some mockup files with me, so we are going to use that as sample. But if you want to get those mockup, if you want to download those mockup, I can give you access to the file, or you can chat me so I can send you the mockup files. You understand? You can chat me because some of them I bought some of them online, some of them is free. You can download it online or you go online and search for it. So now let's get started. I'm going to close all these files, all these works. I'm going to close all of them so we can start afresh. You see how everything is being done. So now I'll start from this 3D glass signage mockup. So let me go to the folder where I saved it. So this is 3D glass window logo mockup. You understand? So first of all, is either I double click on it to open it in Photoshop or I drag it to Photoshop, anyone, then I leave it. So this is the mockup file. As you can see, the layers, your logo, lights, effects. This is the files that makes up the mockup. So now for us to place a logo, in a mockup, what you are actually gonna do is, by then, before you place a logo in a mockup, you might have designed the logo, do the typographies, do the alignment, how you want it to be. Then you save it in a logo transparency, which is save it in a PNG format. Do you understand? You save it in a PNG format. So for us to get this done, the only thing we are going to do is you go to where you save your logo transparency. So this is the file I want to place in the mockup. This is the file I want to place in the mockup. This is glitters and Lauren. You understand? This is the file I want to place in the 3D signage. So before then, I might have designed it, add the necessary colors. As you can see, I used only golden color here. You understand? So what I'm going to do is, since I've designed it in a logo transparency format, this is a PNG file and it doesn't have background. I'll just drag it, open it in Photoshop, then make sure it's showing copy. When I touch this bar, make sure it's showing copy, then I leave it, then it will open. So since it has opened, the next thing I'm going to do, I'll come back to that mockup file. You check here, there's what we call this just take a look at this file very well. Take a look at this file. And they said your logo. In other mockup file, you might not see it as your logo, but just take a look at this file. It's a smart object. Remember to anywhere you see this type of file, as you can see, this file format is quite different from this one. You understand? This file format is quite different from this one, it's quite different from this one, it's quite different from this one. As you can see, the only one that resembles it here is this one. We are not going to be making use of this one. So just here they wrote your logo, just double click on it, boom, and cancel this. Once you double click on it, my guy, once you double click on it, as you can see, this is the main mockup file. So we double click on this and it's open here. You understand? Another file open here, and this is the one we imported that we want to place. You understand? So I'll just use move to, click on move to, select move to, then use move to and move this and touch here. You understand? Once this file open, you drag it to this one, then you leave it. You understand? Once you drag it, you can reduce it to any size you want. Sorry. Anytime you want to reduce, remember to hold your shift key. Shift key is very very important so that your work will not lose shape. Then you click here, you reduce. You can reduce it to any size you want, you can increase it to any size you want. Then you double click, or you click on the check. You double click or you click on the check button here, so that it will come back to its original shape. Then you press Ctrl S, then you allow it to save, converting colors. Wow. After saving, you can now come back to this main mockup. You click on the main mockup. Wow, have you seen it? Once you place it here and save it, it will now enter the it will automatically change it to 3D. You understand? It will automatically change your logo to 3D and place it in that mockup file. So you come back here, you can now delete this. You check if the position is okay for you. If it doesn't like it, you can come back here and increase the size. Let's increase the size. Let's see if it will take any effect. So I click on the check button. As you can see, I've not saved this, so it has not take any effect. So I will come back and press Ctrl S again. Then I will allow it to save, converting colors. I will allow it to save. Just wait, let it save. Wait, let it save. Then I'll now go back to the original mockup file. As you can see, the size increased. Wow, this is awesome. Very, very beautiful. You understand? Very, very, very beautiful. So you now save. Do you understand? So you will now save. This is when you will now save as you press Ctrl Shift S for you to save. This is now where you can rename it. Let's say e.g. example. Let's say the name is example. Then you can now save it. You can now save the Photoshop file, but I don't want to save it. But remember to save your own in Photoshop file. I don't want to save in Photoshop file. So you can now click here and save as JPEG. 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 Click OK. Then you have saved it in JPEG. So let's go back to our folder and check if the mockup. Look at the example. E.g. example. Wow, and this work is very very awesome and beautiful. So now let's see if we can actually make 2D signage. I don't want to save. So let's see if we can actually make 2D signage mockup. You understand? Let's see if we can actually make 2D signage mockup. Then what we are going to do is we go back to our folder. Then this is the hanging wall sign mockup. That is the 2D signage mockup. Then you just double click on it for it to open in Photoshop. As you can see, this one doesn't have much files. You understand? This one doesn't have much files. So what you're going to do is you just double click. You remember this one. This one they said your logo design here. This, you remember this file resembles the other one we did in a previous class. So we just double click on it. Then it will open like this. You understand? Once it opens like this, then the next thing you're going to do is you go back to your folder and import the logo transparency you want to make use of. So this time around I'll be using this one, this particular logo transparency. I will not make use of this one again to place on my mockup. Then I will drag it and open it in Photoshop. Wow, awesome. Then I will now drag it again and place it in the file we open. Wow, this is awesome. This is awesome. Then I'll now press Control S for me to make it to enter here. As you can see, here is empty. So I'll come back here and press Control S. Control S. Then I'll check here. Wow, awesome. As you can see, it has appeared here. Very, very simple to do. This is very, very simple and awesome. Very, very simple and awesome. Very, very simple and awesome. So if I want, I can increase the size if I wish. I can increase the size if I wish. Remember, anytime you want to increase the size of an object, hold Shift. If possible, hold Shift and Alt. But just remember to hold Shift. Then I'll click on the check button or double click inside. Let me just use this check button. Then I will now press Control S again for me to save it so that it can enter here. Wow, as you can see, the size increased. Wow, this is awesome and this is so beautiful. This is awesome and this is so beautiful. So now by this time you can now save. So let's save it as JPEG. You go to your file or you press Ctrl Shift S, or you go to your file, you click on Save As. So let's use the name of this one GGGG. Then you save as JPEG. JPEG will allow you to send it to your client. Yes, and you save as JPEG, save again, save again. So let's go to our folder and see if we achieved anything. Wow, this is the GGGGGG. Wow, this work is very beautiful and awesome. This work is very beautiful and awesome. And you know, one thing with this is that you can design a logo and charge up to 30,000 naira. You can design a logo and charge up to 20,000 naira. Like this particular logo I'm showing you now, I charged 15,000 naira just to make this logo. And this logo didn't, you know, the beautiful thing, this logo didn't take me up to 1 hour to design. And I charged, imagine working for 1 hour and they are paying you 15,000. You understand? And some people work for 1 month, they will pay their salary of 15,000. All these sales girls and boys you are seeing. But this one, I'm working inside my house and making the same money in less than 1 hour. Is that not beautiful and awesome? So the next thing we are going to do is, let's see if we can achieve any other thing. Let's try the round neck t-shirt. Let me cancel this. But before you cancel your own, just make sure you saved so you can send it to your clients as the presentation. So the next thing we are going to do is, let's check if we can achieve any other thing. Let's try the one of polo. So we double click on it or drag it to Photoshop so that it can load. Wow, this is the polo. You understand? So what we are going to do here is, as you can see, this polo has two files. One is black shirt, one is white shirt. So let's start with black shirt first. You click on this arrow to drop down, this drop down arrow to drop down. Then as you can see, this is, they said the print here, they didn't say your logo, they said the print. You understand? So that is what you want to print on the polo. You understand? So you have to, but remember this file is always what you are going to make use of, this smart object. Then you double click on it, it will open. Then you go back and import the logo you want to add there. This is the logo I want to add there. This is the logo I want to add here. Then I will import it and place here. Then I will drag it to the placing platform. Wow. So as you can see, we have not saved this, so it will not reflect here until you press Ctrl S. Either you press Ctrl S or you go to File and click on Save. Not Save as this time around, Ctrl S or Save. Then you allow it to save. It has saved. So you click here. As you can see, the logo is now appearing on the polo. That's awesome. That's really, really awesome. That is awesome. Very, very beautiful. So now the next one we are going to do is you close this one because you have finished placing it on it. So the next thing you are going to do is to close this black shirt, this drop down menu. You close it up. Then you go to white. Let's drop it on this white polo too. Then you click on white drop down menu. Then here they said your print. You double click on it. Say don't resolve, sorry. Once you double click on it, then you click here, you drag this, you place. So once you place, you can increase the size if you want, if you wish. Then you click on the check button. Then this time around, I'll now have to do what? Control S. That is to save. You understand? I'll now have to Control S. That is to save. Then I will press Control S. I will allow it to save. It has saved. Though I will go back. As you can see, it has appeared. This is not magic. It's very, very simple. I told you in this training I will be showing you secrets that you need to know in graphics, like all the secrets you need to know that will help you to make a lot of money inside your house. I don't work anywhere. I'm a student. I don't have anywhere I work. All my work is based inside my house. And I like not that I'm rich, I'm not rich, but at least I make the money I use to sustain myself inside my house. I don't go anywhere. I don't work except if I want to go out. So that is it. And one thing with all this work is that all these things are legal work that you can do. Nobody will question you, are you a fraudster or anything. You know, and all these are legal work that you can do. So as you can see, we have achieved a lot of things. We have achieved a lot of things in this. We have achieved three different types of logo mockup, and I guess this video will be so useful to you. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that anytime I drop another update, you will get a notification. Please click like and subscribe. Click the notification bell so that you get notification